Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
The showers and thunderstorms we've been keeping around over the past few hours, also associated with a cold front. We're going to talk about what that means for your Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Holiday travel is in high gear on the road tonight, along with another challenge, the weather. We're working for you to show you what you can expect when you hit the roads tonight.
And it's the start of the season for many summer favorites in our region.
Smith Mountain Lake is open for business, and come on out and join us for some fun and exciting times.
What this holiday weekend means for businesses that have been trying to stay afloat this past year.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Lindsay Ward.
And I'm Brittany McGraw. John is off tonight. Let's start right with your weather, where we've already started to see some storms.
Yeah, this is a live look from our Virginia Tech Skycam in Blacksburg, where it's raining. Your local weather authority is tracking this holiday weekend weather. Meteorologist Delaney Warden joins us now. So Delaney, where are these storms at this point?
The strongest of these storms is now exiting our area. We have a lot of rain to go off to our west, and that has been moving in. And that's what you were just seeing there in Blacksburg. But this is not going to be quite as strong as the system that's moving out, which is some great news for us. It is still going to be a rainy Friday evening for us, but temperatures have been cooling down very quickly because there's also a cold front associated with the system, which is going to prevent any instability in our atmosphere the further west that you live. So some great news there. South Boston and really portions of Halifax and Charlotte County still holding on to some of those stronger storms. You may also be noticing some lightning. Also look out for some flooding on the roadways. With all of this rain falling and some of these cells holding a lot of heavy rainfall, we could see a little bit of flooding on the roadways where you typically see in those lower lying areas. So just take it slow tonight. Over the next several hours, we're going to keep this rain with us. So keep that in mind. Keep your umbrella handy. We do have more rain on the way for your weekend, and I'll break all of that information down coming up. Brittany?
These storms are an added hazard out on the road right now. This is a live look from Biltuck Highway in South Boston, where you can see the wet roads. 10 News reporter Alexis Davila is live in the storm chaser on Interstate 81 in Montgomery County. And Alexis, we know last time we checked in with you, weather conditions where you were at that point were dry.
Oh, sorry, you guys. I couldn't quite hear you earlier. But earlier today, about 30 minutes ago, we had not a drop in sight. But let me show you what it's now looking like on north of 81 here in Montgomery County. Plenty of rain on the roads, definitely some slick conditions at times. It gets heavier in and out, but this is why people need to be cautious when they're driving and traveling this holiday weekend. But it's not just this weather that you have to be on the lookout for. It also means by having so many people on the road, we're going to have to expect some traffic delays, some detours that you may have to take and whatnot, because AAA says this year there's a 60% increase of travelers for this Memorial weekend. From North Carolina to New Jersey, more than 1 million families are expected to hit the road on this Memorial Day weekend. According to AAA, 92% of travelers are going by car. Like Josh Harrison, he tells me his family is tired of being cooped up at home and are eager to make memories at Hershey Park, Pennsylvania.
You know, we hadn't been in 2 years, really, I guess, since COVID. You know, we've just been afraid to get out, and we've just been itching to go. While travelers are seeing major congestion,
a lot of traffic, yeah, more than normal, I think.
Don't be surprised to see completely booked hotels. Morgan Dean with AAA says revenge travel is on the rise. 20% of people surveyed in April were planning for a long, extravagant trip this weekend.
It's really folks wanting to make up for lost time last year. They might be going for longer than a week. They're booking the biggest room they can find. They want to do extra excursions.
Now that the Commonwealth lifted their coronavirus restrictions, Becky Culver quickly jumped in the car.
Especially in Virginia, since Tennessee's been a little more open, but Virginia's been pretty much closed down until just recently, so it's great.
However, Dean says bring a mask just in case, because some businesses and transit hubs will still have a mask requirement. And I just want to give you one more look at what the road is looking like here again. Still plenty of rain coming down, so this a reminder to please be careful when you're out here. As you're on your way driving to whatever fun destination you want to go to, remember gas is going to be pretty expensive. We're looking at $2.93 as the state average right now, which is the highest it has been since 2014. So make sure to bring a little extra cash for your trip. In Montgomery County, Alexis Davila, 10 News, working for you.
Thank you, Alexis. This weekend is also the kickoff to summer at Smith Mountain Lake. As families prepare to hit the water, restaurants and businesses are preparing for the summer rush. And that's where 10 News reporter Lindsay Kennett is live. So, Lindsay, are they ready for the crowds?
They are. Despite the rain, Mitchell's Point Marina is expecting a busy weekend to start the summer. They were able to make some capital improvements that were put on hold during the pandemic. Supply chain delays did impact ordering some new boats, but they'll have them in time for summer. I talked with families hitting the water earlier today. They tell me they're looking forward to the warm weather and what Smith Mountain Lake has to offer.
Go out on the lake and enjoy some fishing and some boating, and we're going to go to eat some local restaurants and have a good time.
Smith Mountain Lake is open for business, and come on out and join us for some fun and exciting times.
Some restaurants are struggling to get enough workers, but here at Mitchell's and at Drifter's Restaurant, which opened last year, they tell me they're fully staffed and business is booming. Reporting live at Smith Mountain Lake, I'm Lindsay Kennett, 10 News, working for you.
This afternoon, the president joined Governor Northam as he celebrated the end of COVID-19 restrictions here in the Commonwealth. President Biden says American life and the economy are getting back to normal. That's something he credits to people getting vaccinated. But we still have a while to go to get to 70% of adults fully vaccinated. Right now, that number is at 51%.
As more restaurants and entertainment venues reopen, churches are also getting ready for the weekend. But some churches tell us they're keeping guidelines in place, at least for now. They'll no longer assign seats at St. Thomas More Catholic Church, and they've removed social distancing tape on the floor. But they are asking people to keep their space, and for those who need to wear masks, to continue doing so. They'll also continue to have sanitizing stations and spray disinfectant between services.
We are taking some precautions. It's not simply rushing into everything that's possible.
At Peakland Baptist Church, people meeting in smaller groups can remove masks if they're fully vaccinated, but masks are still required during services. And as more places fully open, the struggle to find workers continues. That's something that summer camps are faced with. Fincastle's Camp Bethel and Montgomery County Parks and Recreation are both reporting major staffing shortages. But even with fewer campers on site, both are about half-staffed. They're trying to lure people in by increasing pay and introducing several $100 incentives.
A holiday that is anything but happy.
This is a solemn day for us, remembering the ones that have gone ahead of us.
What this Memorial Day weekend means to our nation's heroes and how we can honor their sacrifice.
Plus, celebrating school staff in a special way, how the city of Salem is honoring everyone in its school district. This weekend marks the unofficial start of summer, so you might not be thinking about Thanksgiving just yet, but one holiday favorite is already gearing up. Starting on Tuesday at noon, you can register for the annual Drumstick Dash. The event that lets you move your feet so others can eat will be back in downtown Roanoke. But this year, there will also be a virtual option for people.
Well, for a school year unlike any other, Salem did something a little different. Superintendent Dr. Alan Siebert sent out this letter, we want to show it to you, naming everyone Employee of the Year. The beginning of it says, "We thought the virus was the most contagious thing we would see this school year. In reality, it was your selfless attitude." Salem Schools has 570 school employees, so congratulations to all of them. A thank you to our nation's heroes, the president's message to veterans ahead of Memorial Day.
We'll be keeping a close eye on radar this weekend with plenty more rain to come when it finally moves out. That's coming up in your full forecast.
This holiday weekend, it's important to reflect on the sacrifices to ensure our freedom.
And this afternoon, the president did just that, thanking our military members. He says their service is selfless.
So my message to all of you is quite simple. Thank you. Thank you. Not thank you for your service. Just thank you for who you are, because it's contagious. Thank you for choosing a selfless service to your country.
Closer to home, 10 News reporter Courtney Lockey takes us to Lynchburg's Monument Terrace, where local service members share what the day means to them.
Our veterans give so much to this country, sometimes paying the ultimate sacrifice.
Thank you.
This has Josh's name, his branch of service, and the date he died.
Gaina Drablos' son was killed in active duty.
He was stationed in Hawaii and died in a skydiving airplane crash. It will be 2 years, June 19th.
On Memorial Day, we remember and honor our fallen military heroes like Joshua Drablos, who gave their lives for our freedom.
They were like us, and there, but for the grace of God, go I. So I happen to make it, so the least I can do is to honor those who didn't make it back.
For more than 1,000 days, Navy veteran Richard McGann and his fellow brothers and sisters have gathered at Monument Terrace. But this Friday holds a different meaning.
A lot of my fellow veterans, my friends didn't come back, so that's what Memorial Day is honor their honor and sacrifice.
Later, the group headed to the Presbyterian Cemetery to plant flags in front of each veteran's grave.
This flag represents what we want as families is for our child, our service member, to be remembered and to be honored and not forgotten.
In Lynchburg, Courtney Lockey, 10 News working for you.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
It has been a busy start to the weekend. This video shot about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago at Smith Mountain Lake over in the Huddleston area. A lot of very, very heavy rain that a lot of us have actually had to deal with throughout the afternoon, and even more rain for this evening. Current radar showing all of the rain that we still have left over. This was the line that you were seeing there in that video at Smith Mountain Lake, now exiting, but we have more rain off to our west. The severe threat is really decreasing at this point. We still have a lot of rain to go, so definitely watch out for some flooding this evening. But when it comes to the tornado threat, hail threat, I think that has really been diminishing. Now, we still have some strong storms moving throughout Halifax and Charlotte County. It won't be very much longer, though, before that moves out, and we still have a lot of rain there off to our west in areas like West Virginia, all the way over into Kentucky. It is going to be a busy weekend for us for tracking rain, but the great news is that from here on out, the severe threat, especially for Saturday and Sunday, is looking to be very low. So future tracker for the rest of this evening, keeping that rain around. You may see a brief break from the rain. Enjoy it while it lasts, especially if you're planning on heading out for this evening. But from there on out, we'll keep that rain sticking with us. A brief break right around 8 a.m. Notice some of us could even see a few hints of some sunshine as we kick off our Saturday. From there, right around lunchtime, light to at times heavy rainfall returning, especially if you live east of the Parkway, sticking with us throughout much of the day, even into the overnight hours, Saturday into Sunday. Definitely seeing the highest rainfall totals back towards Southside and Central when it comes to Saturday and into Sunday. 8 a.m. right around Sunday morning. It is going to be a quiet start, but yes, we do have more rain on the way for the afternoon. Not nearly, though, as widespread as what we will see not only today, but of course into tomorrow. So 72 degrees for a high tomorrow, 63 by Sunday. It is going to be an unseasonably cool weekend, considering we should be right around 80 degrees for this time of year. If you have been enjoying the warmer temperatures, you may not like that. However, if you've been enjoying the cooler temperatures, this weekend forecast is going to be for you. We'll be watching out for the potential for some record cool highs on Sunday. Blacksburg, Danville, you're not really getting very close, but other areas will be within about 3 degrees. So it is going to be very chilly, something we are not used to seeing for the unofficial start of summer. Memorial Day looking to be much better, though. We're going to bring in more of that sunshine. Our temperatures are going to be warming back up. Many of us will be into the 70s and 80s once again. At this point in the evening, temperatures ranging anywhere from the 60s and 70s. You saw maybe just an hour ago that south side was in the upper 80s, lower 90s. Now you've cooled down because of that rain. For the rest of this evening, things are going to be calmer, at least when it comes to the severe threat, but still tracking some of that rain. Temperatures by tomorrow morning are going to be very mild into the 50s and 60s. Your 7-day forecast keeps our temperatures cooler for the next few days, but by Tuesday, we're into the 80s once again with more rain chances for the second half of your work week. Happy?
All right, Delaney, thank you very much. We'll update you on the latest postseason happenings on the Diamonds and more First and 10 postseason awards, this time from the home of the Colonels. That and more is on the way. Sports is next. The awards tour rolls on this spring with a stop at the home of the Colonels. No turnaround is as profound as the one the Colonels are in the midst of, with Coach Jamar Lovelace at the helm. And he's got a group of players and assistants oozing with talent, which brings us to our regular season finale Player of the Week winner. William Fleming quarterback Deshaun Lewis put up video game numbers, 394 combined yards to lead his team to a win that qualified them for the Class 5 playoffs. Meanwhile, Coach Lovelace took over the program after a winless 2017. In just 3 seasons, he's built the Colonels into a State 5 class contender, winning their first region championship since '03 this spring. This week, he takes home that big gold football as the First and 10 Coach of the Year.
When I got this job 3 years ago, I knew I'd be one of the youngest head coaches in the state, and I really wanted to earn their respect and earn their trust. So I think we hit the ground running early. I think we kept the football players in this program who were the most serious, and I think all that led to the buy-in, and I think that buy-in really showed itself on the football field this season.
This group, we're very hard-working. We like to have fun at the same time. We're always working. Right after the season ended, we came back that following Monday and got right back to work. We're a bunch of hard workers.
All right, and the Colonels finished 6-3, falling in the state semifinals of Class 5 to the perennial power Stonebridge. That said, Jack Baker, former Allegheny and Rustburg coach, now head coach at Perry McClure. D3 softball championships, Virginia Wesleyan scheduled to be back in action at Salem at about 6:30 tonight, so in just a couple of moments. And UVA Athletics returns to one. Can I have a hallelujah? We're going back to 100% capacity, and every time everyone names one, we're just going to put it up there.
There we go.
And we can cheer. NCAA men's lacrosse semis, I want to mention this weekend. UVA's in that. That's up in Hartford, Connecticut, but they're taking on North Carolina at noon. Jacksonville's got a lot of other things going on.
I was going to say, that's the most attention Jacksonville has received probably in a very long time.
Yes, and they're excited, and they got Trevor Lawrence as well, so
yes.
A lot to look at there. There you go.
All right, NBC Nightly News is coming up next.
We will see you back here at 7.